everybody, welcome back to GregTech New Horizon episode 131 with me, Sid, and my apparently quite uninteresting introduction style, according to a comment recently. Also, apparently should be playing GregTech with shaders. I'll stick with what we got. I think a 1.710 pack was designed with a certain look and feel of it. Had the designers of GregTech New Horizons wanted us to have shaders, they would have been in the pack. This is 1.710 Minecraft, and its charm is in its vintage, not modern gimmicks. So anyway, enough grumbling. And of course, if the person who made those comments sees this, then fine. I'm 130 episodes in. I'm not going to change my ways now, and I am what I am. So let me just have a look in here. Oh look, there's the start of something. But if we look over here, here are the two comparators that you also need to make the draw controller, which means that I can come over here, take, oh good, I would just, that moment when you have an existential. So how much, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the middle. So what I want to do is I would like to place that there, and then we'll place 2, 3, 4, 5. That one there. Now, all things being equal, I should now be able to take one of those out and it will go in there. I should also be able to come over here. If I pop, that won't reach over there, but it will reach there. Now I don't know about this bottom corner. That reaches. That may not reach, because that is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe. How do I test this? Let me grab some of you. Doesn't reach. Oh, that's so annoying. It's not the end of the world right now because I've got nothing in there, but it's annoying because that will have a range, and I just cannot remember what the range of a draw controller is. Let's see if there's anything in. I cannot type, can I? So what? Interact with a bank of connected draws. But nothing about the range on it. Clearly it's probably, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's not, that will be presumably, no. No. Seems really low. You know what? At some point in the future, that will all become a thing of the past. So I've got this vanadium steel hammer on the thing, and we need to do some vanadium steel. That needs to be. Do you know what? I've just kind of chucked it. Need one of those and one of those. These need to go in a mixer, which I think we can do here. Oh, hang on. Program 2. And then that needs to go through the EBF, probably with oxygen for preference. Yeah, let's see, have I got oxygen kicking? Oh, let me make sure that I've got molten glass. Well, there was a molten glass kicking around. So I've got an empty, I've got a steel. Don't suppose I've got any oxygen kicking. Oh, I've got. Let's just use these. Why complicate matters, eh? And of course, oh, we've got plenty of that there as well. There's our 9 oxygen. This is probably going to take a certain amount of. Oh, hello, hang on, let me make sure that that's on the right setting. Vanadium thing in medium voltage. Yeah, that should work. And 60 seconds. Well, let's have a look. Hammering down. Climbing back up. I think we can get away with doing maybe 2 or 3. So that's that going in the background, and this is just a side one. It's also got a quest for 6. Well, I think it's 12. Let me just double check. The uses of that are in this one. I need 12 of them. Yeah. And we get 6 per craft, or we can do 1 per thing. Let's see, have I even got any brass? Electrum, Dumbarga, brass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can definitely do that, but we will also check our pipe drawer to make sure we haven't got any in the first place. Oh, I've got a cat jumping in a box. Can't help himself. Yeah, we've got the large. We don't have the small. That should be small pipe. Bang, and that should just do 12 of those. Again, I'm just not mopping up some things because my primary objective this episode is to wonder why this cat is being so noisy and rubbing around my legs. It's Crummy the Ginger. Anyway, that should be pipes everywhere, which is just a side quest here. We will take those, claim that one up. And it's a quest that we don't need to worry about. It's done and dusted and out of the way. And apparently those are going to be handy. So that's important. We'll hang on. We'll get rid of you. I've got, that is the one we're doing in the medium voltage. We've got you to do. We've also got this one I'm going to have a go at. But first let's get rid of this. But like I say, what I actually want to do is I want to tear down the old store hut and start putting up some more scaffold structure. At least 1 floor, anyway, just for the time being. And I'd like to, well, I think I'm going to make a smelter. Not a fancy smelter like, you know, they have in, I think I've got 6, I need slightly more than that, but these are fairly cheap anyway, aren't they? 5 iron plates and chests. Yeah, we can do that, no problem. Maybe I should make maybe I should think about making a stack of hoppers, because they are actually really useful. Yeah. So we're going to take that down. That's my my primary mission. I'm going to let that recharge, and we are going to go and have a look at this Solaris Soul Sand stuff. Gold ash and soul sand. Have I got any soul sand? That's probably a good first question. I should have. Block, soul sand. Now I think this quest I'm going to hope it uses something a little bit less esoteric than these inert gases. Oh yeah, you can do it that way. It's going to use more power, but that's fine. This is used for that. It wants 16 and you get 3 per craft. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Which means I also need 6 gold. 6 gold dust, or doesn't really matter, got plenty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of these, that's dark ashes. Here's the bit we need. Get you over there, get you over there, let's go and macerate that. Don't even know if I've got the medium voltage macerator set up. Bending, mixer, electrolysis, centrifuge, no, oh, do I even have one? Am I misremembering having a medium voltage macerator? Who knows? It doesn't matter, because I've got a LV macerator here. So that will allow us to make the solarium, which is another mission. And I don't know what do you want? Is the window buffet empty? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Yeah, I think you're trying to tell me that there's a food bowl on my window. It's called the window buffet, and they like to sit there and eat and watch the world go by because I'm on the second story. It's a nice vantage point. Catches the sun in the afternoon. It's very nice and warm for them. I am going to just go and sort that for him, and I'll be back in a second. All right, got the gold. We do need to sort out some lights as well, which I know is a little Lumar. There's so many things I want to do. However, mixer, program 2, boop boop boop, off you go. Right, that's the that mixing. You are there. There was a little bit stuttery, that was. Plus my voice just went a little bit squeaky for some reason. Anyway, while we're waiting on those, we can start taking some of this stuff down. Now this is going to come from, obviously it's going to come around here. We'll line it up here, so we've got things that's going to go all the way down over there, and maybe even start looping around that way, but we'll leave the Britannia area free for the time being. And all of these will nicely recombine to make stuff for me. Nice thing about the old Forge Micro, was it Forge Micro Parts? I think it was Forge Micro Parts. Is they oh, hang on, let me do the sensible thing here. I'm going to lose these into the lake if I don't do that. So yeah, we've got all of this to tear down. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to put up, and part of this is I'm concerned that those 4 water towers are not going to be sufficient to supply the higher speed steam generation, which we're going to need. There's no avoiding that. So that's the thing. And I think we're going to need to expand our power generation, maybe even have 2 steam tanks and double it up, or who knows. We're going to be looking at the power situation. Now ultimately we need to do the oil, but and it gives me a headache. It is so complicated in GregTech working out this power generation. I at least somewhat understand steam, and maybe it's because I'm an old git and the technology appeals to me. But needless to say, we've got a lot to do. And the first thing we can do is get this roof off, and that'll be awesome. So I'll get that done, and I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, first step done, building gone. I had to predict that down because I protruded into the water, and of course there's no infinite water in GregTech, so I had to go and replace the water just to get rid of that annoying missing water blocks. So it took a lot longer than I anticipated. We are here on full for that, so we've got all 9 of those. Let me look at you. You are going through on program 11 with no gas. I don't think I've got any of these. Xenon, Krypton, oh no I haven't, Neon, Radon, Argon, I know I've got helium. I could have some helium. But you're using a lot of helium. I suppose you're using 1 helium. We could check helium. Helium is possible. I think it is unlikely. Fluorine. I think helium is that one, isn't it? Yeah, no helium. So I think it's hydrogen then helium, as I recall. So we are going to run this with, let's just do 1. Medium voltage. Oh, it's from program 1. Let's take that out then, before I break something. Actually, that's not too bad, 25 seconds. Where are we? About 300,000. So if I put, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6. We'll do them in batches of 6 while we think about what I want to do down here. Now I have got this, and these obviously don't spawn mobs. We've got to relocate these, but that's fine. So what I want to do is, let's bring this all the way down to, say, here. That's ugly. Don't like that. But it is what it is for now. We'll address that later. And then we're going to bring you all the way across to here. We could always overhang. We don't actually have to worry too much about this. And I need to go 4 up. 2, 3, 4. And I've left these in, I've just kind of put them in temporarily like that. 2, 3, 4. Then I probably need to drag out you. And go here for now. We're going to need a lot more of this, but that's fine. We can start off as we need to go. For one, we're going to need something to illuminate with. Yeah, definitely need a lot more of you. Now the question is, do I do... Well, I think in here we'll do a flat floor above. We can have some stairs and get in there. And then we'll have probably go with the chain link rather than the solid. Wow, that is really hammered that down, hasn't it? Okay. That's the last one. So 6 seems to be a position. Right, let me continue to build. I'll be back in a moment. All right, just a little bit of a progress update, really. I've done the building I'm going to do this episode. We have this. What's it for? Don't know. What we're going to do with it? Don't know. It's for expansion, and we've got the little walk around here. We can squidge down there. We've got a walk around here. We can come straight out of the kitchen and up onto this level. Gives us a lot of potential space to do. Now I've got 13 of those. I've got 9 of those, and I am just waiting for this to refill. But in the background, I am also hammering out iron plates. I just put 2.5 stacks of iron into there to make 2.5 stacks of iron plates to make me half a stack of hoppers, because why not? All useful stuff to have. We're going to be able to do that. I'd also like to start looking at this. I've got electrum. I need aluminium plates. Let me go and get 4 aluminium for starters, because that was a quest line that we pinned last episode, and I'm fairly certain. 4 aluminium plates. Do I have electrum anywhere? I have an electrum ingot, but the more important question is, do I already have an electrum rod at all? I have a gold rod. I do not have an electrum rod. Okay, that's simple to sort out then. Boop, boop. That is the rod shape, isn't it? Yes, in you go. Didn't I make the bending machine? Yes, do those. 2 of those, and then we need a flawless emerald. Let me double check my... I mean, there is literally no benefit to using the assembler. I've got a flawless emerald and, oops, hello, a good integrated circuit, and I think that will allow me to quickly get this one out of the way. 1 sensor. And that should give me this. Get all of those stuff. Okay, that's all good. And with the flawless sensor, let's go. Let me just clear that off my list. Portable prospector's scanner. New one each time it breaks. Oh, wonderful. It works better at higher tiers with better materials. Okay. So what can I actually make? Because you're just giving me a whole load of things that I don't have. Use a gold plate. Has a durability of... Oh, I see. So what we'd need to do is find a Terra steel plate. Nowhere near. Sterling silver plate. It's actually better than gold, strangely. What plates have I got? See, black bronze is actually better. Oh wait, you just right click it. Cool. Clay, tritium. Oh, pig iron is not going to be much good. This battery not bad, 1600. I'm going to see what we've got that's got the best. I think pig iron is about the best we've seen so far. Electrical steel goes to 2200. So electrical steel. And I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've done a little bit of a dig, and Damascus seems to be my best option. So Damascus is what we're going to use. We are going to get the last of those running. And we are going to... I will keep hold of that for now. I'm going to try that enchanting thing at some point in the future, I'm fairly certain. So we need plates, we need those, and then those. Not sure whether I've got everything I need to do this, but we'll have a go, because that looks interesting. It does a 3x3, so it's not a particularly high range. Fairly low. Oh, that's yeah, it doesn't really matter. That's not actually what we're making, is it? So we need to do that and that with that and that. Gives me a Damascus steel tip. I'm going through those circuits at a rate of knots, and we need sulfuric acid and hydroxide. Now I'm fairly certain I have got sulfuric acid. What I'm not so sure about is hydroxide. Chemical reactor, hydrogen and oxygen. Fairly certain I can manage all of that. There's some oxygen. There's a hydrogen. Come on, where are you? Ew, I've got ethylene. Okay, I need to get you out. Have I not got any polyethylene? Right, let's go. So, hydroxide is program 3, oxygen and hydrogen. And try it that way. Empty cell, hydroxide. Waste not, will not. There's our prospector scanner, 5600. I think vanadium steel would have actually been better, but I haven't got it. So it's got a range. It's got 5600 Damascus steel. Right click on rock for prospecting current chunk. Right click on bedrock for prospecting fluids. So we can give that a try before we finish off this episode. Let me get the U done. Oh, we got those back as well, that's handy. And some stuff. Okay, let me get rid of that. Let me just go and have a little potter around and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we should have everything we need. Should be solarium. Opens up this one, a soul vial. Right click on a mob to capture its soul. Convenient to deal with, troublesome. Soul vial is usable in the environment. Possibilities. Ew, and you're giving me some tainted stuff. Okay, well that's possibly something for later. However, what I need to do, apart from put my stuff away, tidiness. Oh, that's another level 3, but still needs fortune on it. And I'm not getting that done this episode. We'll put that away. As well as the solarium. But what we are doing is we're going to do this. Vanadium steel, so I need a hammerhead cast. If I've not got the cast already. And I need the tough tool rod cast. I should have them, but they're probably over here. Hammer, tough tool rod. That's going to go through the extruder because, you know, we need that at this point. So we're going to do those. Gives me a whole one left over, and this is probably going to take a while. Oh wow, that's going to take forever. Okay, 1,536 seconds. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. In fact, no, let's have a snooze. And let us... Oh! Well, apparently there's somewhere around here is spawnable. Don't see how. Well, we've got the spawn highlight on. What we probably need to do is just stab a few torches down. And then maybe something on the top as well, just to be on the safe side. Until we get some proper lighting sorted. See, I can't put any lighting on here, so... Well, I didn't see him up here, he was down there. So let's work on the basis that he spawned there. So I'm fairly certain these were spawnable at some point in the past. Right, so, pardon me, voice is going a little bit. Let's go out into the world. Now I still think that the seismic sensor is probably more efficient because it does a area like that. However, for some reason I appear to be missing... In fact, let's not do it that way. Come on, John, you know you want to. What's that? Sorry, that block just doesn't look right. I think something changed in its definition somewhere. However, let's go this way. Of course, gonna have a long walk back, but that's fine. But there is over here a chunk which is missing from our grid. Oh look, there's a little fairy thing down there. Okay. Have I not noticed that before? That's got to be a better ruin top. Yeah, we can definitely see that the spawn highlight is working. I just can't believe I've not noticed that before. Yeah, that's better ruins. Without a shadow of a doubt. Right, we need to be over here though. Over in this direction. I assume I need to go into a spawn chunk and then use the prospector, and there's a 40% chance. So this should be an ore chunk. Right click on rock for prospecting. Okay. Next to you 0, close to you 1 to 2. Alright, copper ore close to you, iron ore close to you. Ugh, don't like that. This feels very much like a terra firma craft style prospecting. I think the seismic thing is better. Not sure why I would want that. If you can think of a good reason, let me know. Because I can't. Right, I'm going to get back so we can finish off the quest. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, this is proving problematic. So I just drained out the batteries in here. So I've taken the batteries from up there. We've got out of steam. I've got the batteries from basically all of my medium voltage batteries are here. Nothing going on there. Steam's gone. These are just trying their best to process, and I lost all of the progress on the hammer, so I'm now back at 172 seconds. I think I was close to about 13 or 1400. I'm going to try it with the batteries I've got to see whether we've got enough juice to do it. Hit the right button, John. But this is going to take a while. So yeah, we're going to leave this ticking. Obviously I can't put more than 4 batteries in, otherwise they blow up the or potentially blow up the thing, because the wires will then try and draw 5 volts or stuff. This is ticking. I'm going to do this as these run out. I'm going to swap them one by one for these, and we'll basically run this down until hopefully I've got a hammerhead, but I may not have. So let's see what happens. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're almost there. Got about 30 seconds left, and I think we've got about 50% of our battery, last 4 batteries. Yeah, that was close. I couldn't not finish it off though, because you lose the material if you let it die. So yeah, we drained those, and I've not put them back into the blast furnace, electronic blast furnace batteries, because I don't want these drawing the charge. I want any power that's being generated by the turbines coming through and contributing to this So in 16 seconds we will get our head. Now I did actually disable the processing, so it shouldn't, I mean obviously it started processing so I couldn't stop it, but I'll need to re-enable processing in a minute. There is our vanadium steel head. Let's give you that back. I am not confident that there's enough juice there to do much of anything, so I'm going to let those fill up. I'm going to then put these in and let those fill up, and then, and only then, we have a go at the tool rod, because I've got 3 Damascus and all that ready to go. I have put some lights on my project bar for the next time. I want to get some proper lighting. I'm just not sure which. Ender IO looks interesting. We need silicon, solar grade silicon, white lamps from Project Red, and iron plates and fused quartz, which we get Certus quartz glass to give it that. So we can do that without jumping into the into this thing. You get 16 of those, and then you basically combine those with those to get that. That's possibly, I think, the right way to go. There's these, which are a little bit more expensive, but they look quite nice. And of course there's these, which are those cut up to get 4, which those are what we've been using to date. The issue that I have with those is they don't stick on transparent blocks. Now the Ender IO ones may also not stick on transparent blocks. That's always a possibility. But right now I think I've just got to do some waiting and see what happens. So I'm going to let these recharge. I'm going to recharge the batteries, get the steam recharged up, which is going to be a thing, so I think that's just an AFK sesh, and then we're going to make this, and then we should be able to draw this episode to an end. I've not checked how long I've been going, so I'll also do that between points, but I'll be back in a moment. Alright, I've been AFK for a while, but it's taken an age to recharge this lot. So, as I can see it, apart from the fact that there is a spider over here that probably needs to go. As I can see it, this lot over here is recharged. Almost. There's, close to a full set of batteries there. This lot of over here are not recharged. I'm going to take those out of the system. This lot are getting close to recharge. We'll take those over, and we're going to try and do this Damascus steel tool rod just to complete this quest. I think you're looking at 384 seconds, more than enough power in that system to do that. So yeah, that's not too bad. That will give me that one. I really need to think long and hard about power now, because clearly this setup is not fast enough. Now my worry is that these tanks are not going to be able to keep up if I speed up the system considerably. Now we have got several other options, but one option would be quite simply to set up more of these and then pour them into a storage tank, so they fill the storage tank. The storage tank then fills the system. We've got the space, so we could do that. And these water tank sidings, if I recall, are not overly expensive. I mean, there's a little bit of iron. You get two if you use steel, but iron we've got plenty of. Resin we have got plenty of. So wood, not a problem. And if I had, say, 16 of these up here, feeding more things, we can make this higher. This is not a problem. Then, because you got what, 1, 2, 3 space, 1, 2, 3. So you got enough room here for another 4. And then we can go out this direction, and we can do another 4, another 8, in fact. We could even, if we wanted to, continue building this launch tube up. So as we go higher, make the launch tube go higher. It's just for shits and giggles, really. But if I had 16, that might be enough to supply 4 of these advanced boilers. I just want to make sure that we have, and then we could potentially go with steel tanks, and we could actually put in 2 lots of steel tanks, and with 2 lots of steel tanks we could supply these independently, 2 of those, so they basically would be constantly supplied with juice. So that's probably where I'm going to head. I will probably do something else next episode or 2, just to allow comments and suggestions, because you know your guys' comments are valuable. But I mean, we've got a fair bit done, and we've got some quests out of the way, which is always nice. We're just going to wait for this. I should also... You are Damascus, so if I go and grab 1 Damascus steel ingot, then I should be able to... I can't do you here, I've got to do you in a tinker's bench, haven't I? Because I'll not be able to upgrade it unless it's repaired. And then what we really want is to get 2 more bonuses on it. Sorry, 3 more, because we've done reinforced 2. I'd like reinforced 5, which should be 100% damage resistance. That's getting close to complete now. Good. And then we can move on. Let me just check the batteries, because I'd hate to lose the progress. Because yeah, we're fine. And then we can have a vanadium steel with reinforced 4. So do I just need 1 more to get it reinforced 5? I'm sure reinforced does that. Let me go and check, because I'm sure I've got the book up here somewhere. Materials new, volume 2, I think. Oh, modify, here we go. Modifiers. Emerald, haste, auto repair, auto smelt, look, sharpness, reinforcement. Doesn't help. I'm fairly certain that it's supposed to be 20% per. So if we can get 1 more level of reinforcement on it, maybe it will become indestructible. Oh, come on, it's so close. Come on. I can't remember what the handle is. Yeah, so it's reinforced tooth from the Damascus head. Right, let's put that away. Right, that's our Better Tools quest complete. Now let's give that back its juice. You can do your thing. And we should be able to go. So you're currently, let's have a look, you've currently got a durability of 6058 effective. 7,000. So you're actually going down if I put that on. That is not going to happen then, is it? You have got 6058. That will go on though. Yeah, we'll definitely go there. I wonder whether we'd be better off then with Damascus plates. That is ludicrous. That is getting that is going to get smelted back down, I think, somehow. I don't know whether I've got that one. We'll put it away for now. And we'll have... I don't really want either. I'd rather have them as ingots, but we'll go there. They're both 8. And we're going to get a Damascus tool rod back, which is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I'd want it. But all of those are done. That's another quest out of the way, just a little one. So we're kind of nibbling away. I've got to do this up here, and I've got to do this over here. We've got to really get into some automation at some point. So many things to do, not enough time. But on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you soon. And bye for now.